All right. Welcome to another episode of the Bring the Juice podcast. I'm your host, Frank Dalena. We are fired up today. Today, I have Washington Commanders' own offensive lineman, Alex Akingbulu.
You already know the vibes, man.
Hey, say what's good to the people real quick, brother.
That was good. Was good to all my peoples. Glad to be, back over here.
559, baby.
Come on, man. Hey.
First we gonna rock, then we gonna fold, then we let it pop, don't let it go.
It's crazy because I'm an LA kid. I'm not gonna say I'm not, but one thing I say, like, once I came here, like, this is definitely like my second home.
Changes you, bro.
Without a doubt. And I don't know how, because when I first got here, I'm like, bro, there's nothing
This place sucks. There's nothing out here.
Nothing out here.
Dry.
But then it's just like, I don't know. I still can't describe it. You can't pinpoint it. But I love this place, bro.
I can't identify the reasoning, but
I
there.
love this place, like from the bottom of my heart. I love this place.
Hey,
like,
to all the valid people out there, stay who you are, bro.
No, absolutely.
It affects people. It really does.
No, facts.
Alex, let's talk about it, man. I mean, like you said, you're an LA kid. You came from UCLA.
Yeah.
You went to Fresno State.
Yeah.
You had your time in and out of the league, went to the USFL for a little bit, finished off. You are a Washington Commander in the NFL right
crazy.
now. Let's just start with, I mentioned this point in time, there's a little chit chat on Twitter, which is how we and you were kind of like, why have we done an episode?
Yeah.
The portal's a wild mess right now. I don't want to make this a portal episode, but I want to know your quick take because you went instead of from Fresno State to the Pac-12.
Right.
You came from the Pac-12 to Fresno State.
Right.
What was your mindset like? What was the reasoning? And I got a follow-up question once you're done with that. Go ahead.
So the portal, when I entered the portal, quote unquote,
Things were different.
It wasn't really the portal.
Nah.
I didn't get the same traction you would get now if you entered the portal. So coming out of UCLA though, I tore my ACL sophomore year.
Right.
So I also didn't have film as well. So I entered the portal kind of just like,
Hey, I'm big. I'm coming from UCLA.
Hey, I'm here. I'm from UCLA. Here's my high school film.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those situations. So I didn't get much calls, honestly.
Yeah.
I got like D2s and stuff, and I was like, I'm not. Like I know, like one thing you got to know your worth. If you feel like who you are as a person, you got to be realistic too.
Right.
But if you know your worth, like I say, I'm not a D2 guy.
No.
I'm not a D2 guy. So there's nothing wrong with that too. But
Right.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go JC. Fuck it.
Really?
Yeah, that was the plan. Like I was gonna go JC. I was already in talks with El Camino back in LA. Like I was already about to start practicing with them and stuff. But Fresno State called. First they called on just to walk on. A lot of people don't know this actually. This is crazy.
Hey, let me know.
They called for a walk on.
Hey, I was a walk-on, so fucking.
And that's fine too.
Everyone's got their journey, boys and girls.
Everybody got their journey, but once again, I'm like, I know my worth. You feel me?
Because were you Scully at UCLA?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you were from Scully to UCLA. Out of high school, that's.
Am I
gonna walk
I'm telling
on
you,
Fresno?
my whole life's been a roller coaster. Like
Right.
from like not playing football at all to playing football. Now I'm one of the most recruited offensive linemen out of high school. Then I'm back down to like nobody wants me after UCLA.
Wait, when did you start playing football?
Junior year in high school, bro.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah,
all right,
bro.
keep going.
So, where am I at? I've been all over.
I think you are.
Nobody.
They asked you to walk on at Fresno State.
Yeah, they asked me to walk on. I was like, I know
which is gritty.
Coach, I know God got a plan for me. Like,
Right.
He has a plan for me. So I mean, I respect it, but nah. So I'm like, all right. I text the athletic director at El Camino, the JC I was going to. I was like, all right, start getting my papers ready.
Right.
Let's get this show on the road. Let's get this show on the road.
JC boys.
JC, like, all right, because I'm used to like getting out the mud, bro. It's nothing.
No, you weren't flinching at the situation.
Yeah, no, not at all. A lot of people would, but I wasn't tripping.
No.
So yeah, I was doing that, and then it's crazy, bro. The next day, Fresno State called again. Coach Grubb, let me give him credit. Coach Grubb called. It was like, yo, the craziest thing just happened. One of the offensive linemen, his shoulder popped out in his sleep or something like that.
What was it?
Tim. You probably don't remember Tim. You remember Tim?
Yeah. I mean, Tim was, no disrespect to Tim, but like, Tim was kind of like in and out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was one of those situations. Apparently his shoulder, like something happened where something popped out. Like some freak.
Crazy situation.
Some freak stuff, bro.
Wouldn't you know it? We got a spot for you.
So he was like, yeah, so under the rules, like we can bring you in as a Scully guy and everything. I was like.
Changes the game.
I was like, man, come on. He's like, oh, well, we got to bring you in and, work you out and stuff, bro. So same day I drove up here.
Have you been to Fresno yet?
No.
Yeah.
No, this is my first time.
Yeah.
Drove up here.
Smelling cow shit.
Bunch of the guys already on the team. Abu, I think Cyrus, Muti, a few of the guys. Smitty was there, I think, too. They helped.
Fellas are out.
Yeah, they worked out with me, like just to give me a look and stuff. Bro, it's hot as hell, bro. Hot as hell.
Is it summertime?
Yes.
Oh, bro, you're feeling it.
Bro, it's like August, like early August, maybe July. Maybe like July.
It had to been July. It wasn't fall camp yet.
Yeah, it wasn't camp yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
You got there in camp, right?
Yeah, I pulled up here like probably a week or two before camp. That's when y'all was doing like stairs and stuff, bro. Y'all was tripping.
That's my shit.
To this day, I'm so happy I didn't do no stairs, bro. But yeah, I pulled up, bro. You know when you're like tired of shit?
Yeah.
But your heart's not to show up. Bro, I'm in there like this.
Grit.
Like, all right, let's keep it. Nah, bro. I was tired of shit. But nah, they was like, oh yeah, you fit out. I talked to Tedford. He was like, yeah, sign here. So I was like, all right. So that's how I got here. So that's crazy.
Damn.
So, yeah, bro.
Dude, that freaking fires me up. Because everyone's got their journey here, and like, it's so fun to have this podcast because people know their story and blah blah blah. Dude, I haven't had Joe Burrow on my podcast yet, but I know one thing about Joe Burrow. This is such a freaking random fact. Joe Burrow was beat out by a guy named Mike Germano. Okay, Mike Germano moved to Fresno because his dad was the D-line coach of Fresno State. He came from Ohio.
Interesting.
And he moved to Fresno State. He ends up at my high school. So I got a new dude on my football team, and we're, a little Catholic high school, not many players. So if a new dude's pretty good, then it's like, okay.
Yeah.
The dude beat Joe Burrow out at whatever high school they were at in Ohio. Right. And I didn't realize this till my fourth year at Fresno State, and they went to the same high school. Where I'm looking at some ESPN, like Joe Burrow come some long way. 2019 LSU, freaking one of the best teams ever in college football. And I see some picture of one of my boys from high school beating his ass out. So when I have Joe Burrow on the pod, I can talk about it. But what I was getting at is like everyone has their journey. Yeah. And it's so awesome to just understand and like see people's different perspectives of life. And like, dude, everyone's got their struggle. Some people start down, go up, go freaking back down and go way up. Some people start up and stay up. Some people start in the mud and they just trickle their way up, keep chipping away. Next thing you're at the top.
Exactly.
You got to love it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Before we continue, I got to give a quick shout out to the American Pistachio Growers. If you want to perform like the pros, eat your pistachios. Eat those nuts, kids. The American Pistachio Growers, they grow, California itself grows so many freaking pistachios.
That's true.
Such a great source of protein.
Great source.
And,
So actually, crazy thing.
Talk to me about it.
Because I still got to watch my weight, right? But, I'm a big guy. I'm an O-line guy. It could be 1 a.m. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
But.
Might smack some pistachios.
Yeah.
Nice little 1
trail mix.
snack.
Trail mix at the, pistachios in there.
It's
a good snack, but it's not gonna, you ain't gonna overdo it.
You ain't gonna overdo it.
Because I used to wake up at 1 a.m. and make hamburgers and stuff. Yeah, but no, that's a good way to that's a good way to go about it.
A nice balance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, shout out to the American Pistachio Growers. We appreciate your support. All right, Alex. Let's keep rolling here. One thing that talking about how everyone has their journey. I was in a situation in my college experience. We had some overlap. You got to play with my brother. Coaching changes is a unique thing. And I wrote this down in my notes today. Being part of many coaching changes, it sucks. But if you are a sponge, and I put a sponge with an asterisk next to it, with a filter. Okay. You're a sponge with a filter, and you could take positive things from each one of those coaches, but you could really freaking strengthen your game.
That's
and
crazy.
It's tough because, one of my best friends played middle linebacker at Stanford. He had the same head coach, the same defensive coordinator, the same linebacker coach all 5 years he played college football.
That's crazy.
I don't even remember what my stats
good for
are,
him. Good
but
for
mine's
him.
different by a lot.
I know my stats.
And even throw strength coaches in there.
Yeah.
And because people don't realize how much you're with strength coaches.
Yeah.
And it's in reality, at the end of the day, if you could freaking be a sponge with a filter, with all these coaches coming in and out of your life, you could really strengthen your game. And some coaches are supposed to be in your life as someone who strengthens your actual talent, your actual elite ability to play the game. Mm-hmm. Others, it's just to help you become a man.
Right.
Others, it's to be a mentor. Others, it's a combo of it. I'm sure I had coaches that they yell, they motherfuck you.
What?
Then you got coaches who are chill, and they're
yeah,
and they're sitting, and you almost feel worse when they're sitting there and be like, "Hey man, you know what to do here."
Yeah,
and you're just like,
"No, you're right, you're right,
bro." So you learn the different perspectives, and I will say, you're in the NFL, you're going through it. I'm out of the game.
Right.
I'm working full time. I'm doing this. I'm doing that, and I will say though, having different perspectives of coaches throughout my journey has helped me understand how to deal with different types of people.
Right.
Because I'm kind of a hybrid. I could be intense if you want me to be.
Right.
But I'm also one of the boys, and I'm chill. I know what someone's going through in a lot of situations.
Yeah.
So if I got someone I'm trying to do business with, and let's say they're not being the nicest person, I know how to handle it, whether they're being subtly an asshole or if they're really trying to press me. I'm not going to flinch no matter what. And I think back to the times I was 18, 19, 20 years old, and I'm just a young kid at this point, and a grown-ass man's doing this to me. You get put in these situations, and you adjust.
Yeah.
So, I think being a sponge with that filter, it helps you with football, it helps you with life more than anything.
Yeah.
What has it taught you with I know you've had coaching experiences.
Bro, I've had 4 head coaches, 5 O-line coaches, and probably 4 strength coaches as well.
Yeah.
So I've literally had every coach you could think of in terms of the motherfucker, yell this, yell that, the come early to practice. We're gonna do hella drills before and after practice. I've had
your thing.
I've had the chill guy. I've had it all, bro. And like you said, just a sponge with a filter. I've been able to adapt.
Yeah,
I think that's the main thing.
But you got your freaking your bulletin board of what are the things, the tools in your toolbox is a good way to put it. And I take one thing from the asshole
and I'm happy
who yells.
for it.
I take one thing from the dude who's chill. I take one dude from he's just the old mentor. And it's cool because on a football team too, all right, I was a wideout, you're an O-lineman. I think of a tight end coach. We both equally could think a tight end coach, in my perspective, is hoping that as a receiver, I do my job on the pass plays.
Right.
On the run plays, and he's blocking down as a tight end, he's hoping that you, as an offensive lineman, is doing his job.
Yeah.
Regardless, we all kind of eventually cross paths.
Absolutely.
And I don't know why, but I just think of situations in my time where, they might not be my position coach particularly, but they impacted me in some type of way, whether it's a tight end coach, whether it's a strength coach, whether it's the middle linebacker coach, and I'm on the other side of the ball.
Right.
And I think the outside eye doesn't really understand, bro, you're really with your room, all day.
All day.
Every day.
That's why it becomes that tight bond, because
it does.
You're with them more than any other person. You're with them more than your parents. You're with them more than your spouse. You're with them more than...
You know each other.
Bro, you know
and
each other.
And it's this weird dynamic because how many dudes are in your offensive lineman for the Washington Commanders?
We had about 15 guys.
15 guys.
15 guys.
And there's 5 dudes on the field at once.
Yeah.
How many do they dress?
How many they dress? 8.
They dress 8. So half that room does not dress.
Exactly.
And only 5 of them actually play.
Right.
And it's one of those things where it's it's such a mixed group. Dude, you could go so in depth here, bro. Like,
Bro.
dudes come from different cities,
from everywhere, bro.
different backgrounds.
But we're still all somehow find a way
Went to different colleges.
Bro, it's crazy, man.
Some dudes walked on. Some dudes were scholars. Some dudes were All-Americans. Some dudes.
Speak of that, there's a lot of Mountain West guys in that room.
Hey, Mountain West is gritty.
A lot of people don't understand that. There's a lot of
Mountain
Mountain.
West.
It's crazy, man. I walked in that room. It's like there's a Boise State, Charles Leno, Boise State guy. Wes is a San Jose. There's a Utah State guy. There's so many guys.
That's
in
lit.
the room. There was a San Diego State guy. Like, people don't give Mountain West the credit they deserve.
You got to give that credit, bro.
Because like in the league, you need to be gritty. You need to
bro.
work hard. A lot of guys, get to the league. If you get the wrong coach, they shut down. That go back to the coaching. It's like, I've seen a lot of guys shut down if they don't have the right coach. Like, I feel like I can be coached by anybody
because you've gone through that.
I've gone through it all.
And I think, as crazy as it sounds, like, it sucks seeing coaches come and go because you do build relationships, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, it is what it is. I talk about it all the time, dude. Sports, you know this more than anybody. It's a freaking business.
Absolutely,
it's part of the deal. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you build a relationship with these guys. You talk to these dudes. I didn't even brush on it hard enough just now. Like, I think the concept of a strength and conditioning coach should be, like, when you're on your recruiting visit,
that should be the first person you talk to.
That should be the first person you meet, bro.
Without a doubt.
And coming out of high school, I had no idea. No idea, bro.
Right.
I knew I'd probably see my receiver coach a lot, probably see the OC a lot, I'd probably see the head coach a lot. Well, they're all great, but the strength coaches were like, they know if you're breaking up with your girlfriend, they know if you fight with your roommates, they know if there was a party last night, they know what's up.
Oh, absolutely,
bro.
without a doubt.
And I mean, your position coach, they'll know. The OC, the DCs, they're above that at this point. They don't give a shit. And the head coach, you want your head coach to like,
of course,
you know. But and Coach Tedford, I'll give him so much credit. Love the man. I think from a head coach perspective, you've seen some head coaches now.
Yeah.
He cares about his players
Absolutely.
so much, to where it's like I appreciate the fact that he cares.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, hey, what's this kid's name? It's like, oh, he's got 2 brothers. Oh, he threw a party last night. I'm gonna kick his ass. Like some shit like that. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. I texted him the other day. I was like, "Yo, congrats on the ring and the championship and the bowl win."
Right.
I wish I was there. Like, I wish I got him on the end of my career. Obviously, I had him when I first came in, but I was still kind of getting back into football. You get what I'm saying? But I wish I had him, on my back end of the career, so I could,
feel those
things, be coached by him and stuff like that. But no, he's a great guy for sure.
It's hard. It's funny watching. It's not funny. It's like, it's unique for me to watch it because when he came in, I was 1-11.
Right.
We sucked.
Yeah.
And our coach got fired like game 8. I'll never forget it. We played Utah State. We kicked off at 8 p.m. You could ask a lot of dudes this story, bro. Kicked off at 8 p.m., lost the game. Dudes were chirping the whole time. People talk crap about Coach DeRuiter. Hey, he gave me an opportunity to play football at Fresno State. I'm forever grateful.
Absolutely.
But we knew people like through the like grapevine knew that Tedford was getting hired, and it's our last game of the year, senior night. We're 1-10, bro. There might have been 3,000 people in Bulldog Stadium.
Wow.
We have the blackout jerseys on, bro, against San Jose Valley Trophy game. Big deal.
Yeah.
No one gave a shit, bro. And we were playing like the coaches. They stepped up. We didn't give up, bro. We were practicing our ass off.
Right.
We were losing by like a blocked PAT the last play of the game. We were losing by like first and goal on the 3-yard line, and we can't punch it in for the win with 2 minutes to go and 3 timeouts. Like, it's like, bro, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And Coach Tedford sat like 15 rows up and watched us play that last game. And nobody knew he was coaching it.
Oh, for real? Oh,
I kind of like, there was chirps.
How come I've never heard this story?
Hey, bro.
I've heard.
Hey, luck goes on. I bring the juice, bro.
I've heard a lot of stories. Right before I came here, I've heard a lot of stories.
I don't even know if I should even be telling this.
I heard y'all already planned the parties after y'all lost.
Not even that, bro. I'll tell you that one in a sec. But So there was a period between like Coach getting hired, Tedford getting hired,
Mm-hmm.
and like the end of that game. And like I think he was just seeing how people react. I have no idea. I don't know. I didn't see if he was in the stands, but like I kind of like I dreamt he was or something. Shit, I forgot what I was saying. All right, let's go back to the party thing real quick. There was a party.
Okay.
There was one party at one point. There's a few houses that threw parties. One of them was mine. There was a few other ones. But there was a night, I'm not going to say who threw this party, where we were chilling. So it was like it's a traditional party at Fresno State. And one of the neighbors was being an asshole, just straight up.
Yeah.
And the cops come and like dudes, like we were within our like rights.
Yeah.
No, it's not too loud.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're tripping. Like some
I'm
dudes
already
being,
knowing. Some
someone's
people
being
just
extra.
be tripping. Yeah, absolutely.
And the cops come and they're like, "Listen, we know you guys play on the team. We're gonna call your coach." And it was in that little period between we didn't have a coach yet. Tedford wasn't the hired coach yet.
Oh shoot.
And some dude, I'm not gonna name him, goes, "Go ahead. We don't even have a coach right now." And this cop looks over and goes, "He's right. They don't have a coach yet." And they just leave and they say, "Hey, keep it down. Hey, keep it down." He goes, "Keep it down, fellas." And I'm just like, bro, what's going? I'm young. I'm a responsible young
snap.
adult
Yo,
within
that's
my
crazy.
jurisdiction. But yeah, I mean, Tedford came into this great.
Yeah, that's
opportunity.
hilarious.
It's a great story, bro. That I can't believe I'm saying this. We're on the radio right now.
Bro,
I
why
can't.
not? Why not?
But Coach Tedford comes in, cleans up ship,
Yeah.
and like we turn it around, and people bought in so hard. And like, you know, people will say Coach Tedford's a great coach. All this, that team that went 1-11, a lot of those players were on that 10-4.
Yeah,
12-2
that's
team.
that's what
It was
they
the
told
same
me.
dudes.
Yeah.
And like Coach Tedford, he cared and he loved it, and we felt loved, and we were so pissed off that summer workout. You could ask Andy Ward about it. I'll talk to Andy more about it on my next time I have him on the podcast. But like we were so brainwashed off the Navy SEAL Army mindset from our strength and conditioning coach before, who call him an asshole. Dude's a strength and conditioning coach in the NFL, and the one who I had before that, he's also a strength and conditioning coach in the NFL. I had three strength and conditioning coaches.
Do you
I'm
know
not
the
going to
team?
name them.
Okay.
I had three strength and conditioning coaches in my time at Fresno State. One of them is still there. The other two are head strength and conditioning coaches in the NFL.
Listen, the best strength and conditioning coach, it's a very simple formula. The best strength and conditioning coaches do not have the same workout regimen for the whole team. It's that simple. As a big guy,
Agreed.
I should not be doing the same thing as a wide receiver.
I should not be doing 600-pound sleds 3 times a
There
week.
you go.
And you shouldn't be running 10 100-yard shuttles. 3
And
times
there
a
it
week.
is.
Yeah,
Exactly. Like,
to put that in like layman's terms. Type shit.
yeah, like that's really as simple as it gets.
Right.
Once you have a strength and conditioning coach that literally caters to who you are as a person, when you notice everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody's body's different. My toes probably point more outwards than yours, or your shoulder probably like
Right.
there's everybody's different. So when the best strength and conditioning coaches are able to specialize and cater to each individual person instead of just making one, oh, here, just go look at the board and this is everybody's just lift
10
that.
reps today, boys. Like, no.
I know, bro.
Now there is, I do, not getting off topic to what we were talking about. Coach Tedford, you were part of my senior year when we weren't as good,
Yeah.
which sucked.
Yeah.
And I wish you got to see more of that success with Coach Tedford.
Yeah.
It's going really great right now.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to continue to stay great.
Absolutely.
But the fact that you got to play for him and he impacted your life, I love that we have that bond. I really do. Because even in that season, bro, we had some great wins. The thing is, like, our record was a record, but like, I think about that New Mexico game in Las Cruces. Okay. We get there. There's like 3 bullet points I remember about that game. Okay. 1, we're about to walk out of the tunnel, and when your opposing team walks by, you don't gotta necessarily like talk the most crap, but there's a little. I mean, bro, it's college. We're on
come
ESPN,
on, man.
bro. There's a lot of testosterone going on.
Testosterone, yeah.
And I remember we're freaking chirping. I was always a front of the tunnel type of dude.
Yeah.
Chirping, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
This dude, they're like starting quarterback.
Yeah.
He's like tying his cleat as they're like doing their run out. He's like, "Man, y'all about to wax our ass." Like, bro, how you about to say that right now, bro?
That's how you know you got somebody, man.
I have no idea, but it was absolutely out of pocket. I remember that. Some of our hard losses, there was a lot of things that went on that game. But it was, and being a guy who started off low, went to the 12-2, what was the highest high ever, and then we finished kind of like, It was tough. But I'm glad that Coach Tedford's still driving the ship here. I wish Coach DeBoer, Coach Grubb, Coach Moore, blah, 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 all these guys who've been through it, I wish them success. I really do.
Absolutely.
But I'm glad Coach Tedford's still driving that ship. And I think they're going to continue to do great things.
No, they have the formula.
Yeah, that's why they had a formula.
They have the formula. The thing would just be to be able to adjust to
it's the new landscape of college football.
The new landscape. And I feel like, he's a smart guy.
Coach Tedford's got a plan.
He always has a plan.
I promise you that. I promise
I'm
you
pretty
guys.
sure he will adapt. And there's always talent here. That's another thing.
There is.
There's always going to be talent here.
So let me ask you this. I'm just going to air it out real quick. What would have been like? Let's say you started off at Fresno. We had 2 good years.
Boy, oh boy.
Okay. What is your like? Okay, NIL. Everyone thinks it's
before you start that. One of my first offers out of high school was Fresno State. They offered me as a D end.
Ooh, that's ugly.
I never played D end in my life.
But you were like long.
Yeah,
you were long.
I was a long tackle, and I remember getting the call. Fresno State. Honestly, back then I didn't even know. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know. I really didn't know much. I didn't know much about Fresno State for real at all. Mm-hmm. But I just remember somebody offering me, offer you as a DN. I'm like, never played that before.
Yeah.
It's like, if you want to do it. Yeah, exactly. That's just a little like side note with that. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
So, the NIL thing, again, I don't want to dive into it, but do you even think? Okay, listen, there's big money in the SEC, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know what UCLA is throwing down. I really don't think they're throwing down as big as figures as people think, but I don't know.
UCLA has some money, bro.
But are they paying 6 figures?
For the top guys, yes.
For the top guys.
Absolutely.
So if we're recruiting at Fresno State, do you think let's say we want to get let's say there's a top quarterback in a senior class, and let's say there's some transfer portal quarterbacks. I'm just using this as an example. What is it going to take? Is there a money value at this point for people to come to Fresno State, you think? Or is the fact that Coach Tedford is a great coach, the fact that we're a winning program, the fact that we win our bowl games, we win championships, we beat UCLA's, we beat Pac-12 teams, we're finishing in the top 25, what? Yep. 5 out of the last 9 years?
That's very true.
That's pretty good.
I will say it does not have to match. It does not have to match.
Bro.
It doesn't have to match.
I don't think it needs.
But it still needs to be somewhere.
There needs to be some juice.
Yes.
And I think so that's for getting kids here. And I'll just air it out. Okay, Evan's our boy. Evan Williams is our boy. Dude's doing his thing. But I'm saying, I think Evan, I don't think NIL was a deal.
I don't even think it's an NIL
it's not,
deal, bro.
It's not.
It's a facility thing for me, bro. Dude,
I'm having a effing golf tournament to raise money so that people, that's going to the facility so that people could come and be like,
I'm not gonna lie, that's what.
Hey, we need
an athlete,
to do it.
You wake up every day to go to where you're going to work. You're really going to work. Let's be honest. Compared to these guys in the Pac-12 waking up and going to these multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar facilities.
Miami's putting in a $200 million facility.
I know for a fact the look is way more important than the NIL.
I agree.
If we had those facilities that are built to the T, athletic center, have every gadget, stadium.
People like shiny things.
Yes,
this
absolutely.
Is my point. People like shiny things. You bring a kid on a visit and he sees a bunch of shiny stuff with some cool jerseys. We sell out. We do all this crap.
It's
hard because
we're so
right there
close
too.
though. That's what makes me it gives me frustration because there's a lot of programs that are not close.
The Mountain West wise, like, it's night and day. It's us. I'm gonna give Boise their flowers here. Mm-hmm. Boise Stadium's legit. Their facilities are legit. Mm-hmm. Second, I would probably give it UNLV. They play at Raider Stadium now.
UNLV is crazy to say, but like the UNLV is opposite of us.
They suck but have nice shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're good, but don't have the shit. You
I'm
know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna throw down though a little bit. Like, listen, okay, our practice facilities. I don't know, bro. I think our weight room's cool.
Our room was good.
I think our nutrition room. I never had anything like that. You could compare it to UCLA.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like as me, because a lot of guys started at Fresno State, so they can't really compare. I've been to a top, West Coast, organization.
You
with
UCLA. Say what it is. It's different.
I'm telling you, bro. It's different, bro. It's
different. Crazy to think that
a person like me wouldn't care because I'm cool with getting it out the like. That's not what I'm. But there's a lot of kids that care. There is. It's just the truth.
People like shiny things,
right?
So it's tough. I don't know. I mean, it's
the fans are there though.
The fans throw down. I think you make the stadium a little shiny. You don't gotta come out with the freaking brand new
stadium. Doesn't have to be. It's not even this.
What's the nicest stadium you played in college?
The nicest stadium I played in college. Obviously UNLV Stadium because that's the Raiders.
I'm not talking crossover of NFLs.
Okay. Damn. Okay. Texas.
And listen,
Texas A&M had a good stadium.
All right, I never played A&M. I've been. My sister just graduated. Shout out to my sister. Mm-hmm. I've been in Kyle Field.
Oregon's was good
sick.
Too. I'm not gonna lie.
Oregon was sick. I went there to watch you guys.
Oregon
play.
was good. It wasn't as big as I thought it was gonna be.
Washington, UW's sick.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna give Bama their props. Bama, you weren't there yet.
I've never been to Bama.
Bama was sick. Mm-hmm. Dude, honestly, my first game ever. I redshirted my freshman year. Rules, there was none of that traveling or any of that bullshit. But my first year ever, so it was I was on fucking punt return, and we played Nebraska. My first game ever. That place was insane, bro.
Okay.
Maybe it was. I can't tell if it was like, "Hey, welcome to college football," or if I was like, "Bro, this place is wild."
I'll say Michigan. I took a official visit to Michigan. I didn't play there, but their whole setup is dope too. Honestly.
Well, we all like nice things, and recruits are gonna like shiny. Transfer portal guys are like shiny.
Not an NIL. It is an NIL thing, but I don't think that's the top. That's not on the top of the
no, and I don't think
list
I
right
don't
now.
think it's a. I don't think it's like a money value thing.
Yeah.
I think, and I said this last week on my podcast. I think if me and Eds gave free pizzas to the entire O-line and they had them in for a commercial and they got to come in with a voucher to get a free pizza and they posted on Instagram and that was their deal.
Yes.
They're happy, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
I don't think, and like I've said this before to myself, like, let's be honest, bro. If you get an extra $200 a month, from a college football player's perspective, like,
it's a lot.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
But it's not a deal breaker type thing.
Right.
I think people need to realize, especially in the Valley, and I shout out. I'm going to get into my next sponsor here, Fresno First Bank. But I think the more people freaking get into the NIL world, I think the more athletes are going to love the concept of the Valley, because the Valley is such a enclosed area that's so special. It's so unique. And we're at the point now where it's like, listen, bro, come and support your boys. Like, you don't got to have an extra $10,000 in your marketing campaign to support your Fresno State Bulldogs. And we're both alum at this point.
Right.
You're making better than me in the league. But I want to support it with my platform I've created to Bring the Juice. And I'm going to, before we get back into that, I want to give a quick shout out to Fresno First Bank itself. Fresno First Bank, they're a local bank to Fresno and to the community. A strong connection with business owners to help them succeed. Strong. Where'd you get that hat at? Big supporter of Fresno First Bank right here.
Big support.
Big supporter. Washington Commander itself. Fresno State alum. Fresno First Bank. Talk to my boy. But you know what? At Fresno First, They're never too busy for you, bro.
Absolutely
They're
not.
never too busy. It's a direct contact when you walk in. They personalize the customer experience every day. And if you're looking for a definitive banking experience, this is where you go in. They treat you like family. They take a sound business approach, and they get what you need at Fresno First to get you to where you need to be. And
That sounds like an O-Lineman.
bro, they understand the business and personalized procedures for each business owner. And like, Alex, like, let's just be real here, bro. You came from the you came from the mud, like you said. You became a dog. You're gritty like the Valley.
Mm-hmm.
You're gritty like Fresno First Bank. And now you're in the National Football League performing. And all you're trying to do is come back and support the local people, support the local businesses and the local
Absolutely.
bankers like Fresno First Bank.
I love it.
What else can you do?
You just
Can't
said
do
it.
anything else.
That's exactly
And,
what
like,
you said.
I agree with you that like it's not necessarily a money thing. I think Fresno's going to figure it out. I'm really trying to have this golf tournament to start the momentum of like, hey, let's support our boys. And I think I'm on the right foot forward. And listen, I believed in this in my athletic career. Bro, you got to control the controllable.
Yes. But this is a great position we're in, though. I'm telling you, it could have been worse. Fans are there. We're selling out. Tickets are there.
Average
bro.
attendance is 39,000.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's
That
better than
Bulldog
that's better.
Stadium?
That's
That's
better
bumping.
than that's
That's
better
bumping.
on the West Coast, bro. There's no teams really doing that, bro.
Stanford's like, I'm gonna throw out some numbers here.
Just
out of
throw
my
them
ass,
out.
Out of
Throw
my
them
ass.
out.
Stanford, 17,000. Stanford's dookie.
Boo,
Cal, 22,000.
boo.
San Diego, they just built Dragonfly Stadium. Bro, the one post I saw about was it Dragonfly, Dragon Bread, Dragon something,
Dragon who?
Dragon Dud Stadium. Bro, all I saw was a post where
on,
everyone's
man.
like camping out underneath the fence because there's no shade because they're not gritty. Dragon Snap.
Bro, we have
What?
fans in 115-degree weather, bro. Come on, man.
It's freaking out here. 2:00 kickoff, and the boys are like, the dogs are playing today.
Oh, we're in a
And
good
I say
position,
this,
bro.
I was blessed to be on the pregame and postgame show for Fresno State this year during the games, and I said this, and I think it's so true to say. There are 6 Saturdays a year where that stadium fills up to watch the dogs play. There are 365 days in the year. We've been through it as players where there's a lot of crap going on. Yeah, there's the spring game. We have our little like end of day conditioning. We run the stadium. We have fall camp practices, blah, blah, blah. There are 6 days a year out of 365 where that place gets to open the gates. They get to serve beer. You get to buy hot dogs. You get to wear this beautiful bulldog red. And you get to get a little fun with the boys. Bring a girl to the game. Take a flick. Go on the ground. Do it. Tailgate. Make some connects. But there's 6 days a year. And it's like, bro, it's special.
Right.
Shit's special.
So we have the hard part.
We got the hard part. And I'm saying, we talked about the lower tier. Let's talk about UCLA. I played UCLA once. I watched my brother play UCLA once. Both times, we both won the game. And the dogs took over the stadium.
I haven't lost to UCLA.
I'm saying, like, all right, USC, I didn't beat USC. My brother didn't beat USC. But guess what? Coliseum still. What did they finish ranked? 6, 7, something like that? Top 10 for sure.
Yes, yeah, top 10. Yeah.
They're Heisman candidate.
Yeah.
Bro, you don't walk into that. And this is the Coliseum, one of the most historic stadiums in the world.
Absolutely.
You don't walk into that and think, oh my God, I'm shaking in my boots. It's so loud in here. It's not that type of vibe at all. No. We got it here. The Valley could honestly take over Cali. And Cali,
Absolutely.
realistically,
Absolutely.
Cali runs.
We're the only
United
team.
States.
We're the only team that travels in Cali. It doesn't matter where in Cali
Especially
we go.
in Cali.
Bro, the Red Wave is gonna travel wherever we're at. That's
David
a fact.
Tonkapal used a great example saying the Red Wave is comparable to Nebraska. We have such a per capita basis, essentially, to where we could get people. If there's 40,000 people that could be in that stadium, per capita, we should fill it out every single week. No excuses, done deal. Whether we are, and Nebraska sold out since like 1960 something. They hold the record. There's no reason we shouldn't sell out every week.
Yeah, that's true.
And like the Nebraska was like 3-9 at some point or some bullshit. Like we're with it. We're ready to roll.
So do you think it's more? Because we had a proposition, right? What happened?
So there was
with
Measure
that?
E. A lot going on during that time. We were also Measure E was voted on. We were 1-4.
You think that played a factor?
I would say if we lost by 10%, I would say that had 4% to do with it.
Okay.
Again, I'm not a politician. Don't want to be a politician. But I will say this. There's a way. And you got to... winners find a way. And we'll figure it out.
So do you think we're going to find a way before we somehow
too late?
get it?
Because we're in the situation...
There's a train leaving.
Alex, here's how it is.
There's a train leaving.
Here's how it is.
Conference-wise. There's a train. This is the perfect time...
It's a hot take.
For movement of conferences, right? In the next
we're
2 to 3.
in it. We're in it.
So the train is here.
In 10 years, Fresno State will either be in the Big 12 / Pac-12 or the Big Sky. In 10 years.
Not the Pac-12?
No. If I was a betting man, which I am, we're going. I don't know when, next 1, 2, 3 years, we're going. But there's got to be some power moves. And I've communicated with a lot of the higher ups. I support Coach Tedford. I support Terry Toomey.
Okay.
I support Tim Collins. I support the people that handle the moves.
These guys know. These guys know what they're doing, and they're very aware of what's going on. Absolutely.
They might not be as vocal on Instagram or Twitter or whatever.
It's not about that.
It ain't about that. As long as moves are being made. Hey man, gangster moves in silence.
For sure. I'm already knowing.
So you can't overthink that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think the dogs are trending in the right direction, and I kind of want to leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah.
Alex, I'm gonna give you a little 180 real quick. Slept on in your life.
Yeah.
I have it written on a note here. The Young Determined Nigerians.
Yeah. YDN.
YDN. You typically, it's in all your profiles.
Yeah.
Do you have a chain like that as well?
Little one right now, but just know probably in a year or so.
Yeah. That shit's gonna be upgraded a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm already talking to people.
Talking to his jewelers.
Shout out my jeweler. I ain't gonna say his name, but shout out my jeweler. He know who he is.
Talk to me. You're one of 3 for the Young Determined Nigerians. YDNs.
YDN.
How did that start? What's the ultimate goal?
Man.
What's your best achievement thus far? Give me the freaking pitch. People need to tap into their freaking phones and see what YDN's about.
I know there's a lot of people that are kind of tired of hearing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear something different. You want to hear different vibrations. You know what I'm saying?
I love vibrations.
So YDN, we do Afro beats. Afro beats is like Wizkid, Burna Boy. I don't know if you know that realm, but like it's just African vibes. But we're also from LA, so we have a unique vibe of just connecting kind of the states. That's what like people in Nigeria and Africa
Are you
say.
all ancestors of Nigeria?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So we're all, all our parents are from Nigeria. So it's really just connecting the states to Nigeria and bringing different flavors of just how we were brought up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we started. What was it? Probably the last year of high school.
Wow.
One of our boys just made a beat. Like he's a good producer. Shout out
producing,
Kenny.
mixing, all that. Yeah.
He just
bullshitting basically.
We're bullshitting, bro. Like in a car, just chilling. Played the song. We're like, all right. You know when you freestyle with the boys. You know,
bro, I can't even say.
Everybody does freestyle.
There used to be some bars on Friday. I want to put it that way.
Freestyling with the boys, and then we you remember Radio Shack?
Of course.
Radio Shack. We got a Radio Shack $20 mic, freestyled, made a track, quick track. You feel me?
Spitting on it.
Released it. LA, bro.
What do you listen on, like SoundCloud?
Yeah, it was just on SoundCloud.
Yeah. SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah. A lot of people from LA, especially the Nigerian community in LA, Bro, they was fucking with it a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, we was like, oh, hold on.
Well, talk to me. Like, give me some numbers here. Like, what? Couple hundred? Couple thousand?
Yeah, like 100,000 streams.
100,000?
Yeah, around 100,000.
100,000 streams?
Yeah, off of
And you was in
SoundCloud.
high school?
Yeah.
So you knew you had some shit then?
Yeah, so we was like, yo, this is something. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
So it was like, all right, let's go for it. Let's just keep doing this. Like, it sounds natural. It's working.
Right, and you're all boys.
We're all boys. I've known Mooski since he's my cousin, so I've known since I was born.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've known
There's
him.
no breaking up that band.
Yeah, no. There's no breaking up. You know, you hear all these groups breaking up. I promise you, like, there's no way till the day we die. There's no type of breaking up. So, yeah, it just started off like that, and then we just kept growing and kept growing and kept growing, and now it's just become a real thing, a real industry. This year we're putting a lot of things into place. We're talking to a lot of big, people, big guys, and I'm telling you, we're gonna shake some shit up for real.
Hey man, I like making waves.
Yeah.
You know that. What's your best achievement thus far? Like, you'd say the 100,000 views on SoundCloud, or like, because I listen, like, when I do Bring the Juice, I research, I search the gram, I search Google, I look in the archives, I look on the black web, all that shit, like dark web, whatever. And but you guys have made some waves, bro. Y'all have concerts and whatnot.
Yeah, so we've been doing concerts. We're trying to get more and more like outside of like Cali, because we know Cali's really our main audience, but we have people in Nigeria and people in different places too. But yeah, we've been doing concerts for a while. What we want to do is like have our own specific concert, and we want to do a live band and stuff like that, and just have a day like that.
So when you do concerts, how's it work? Are you kind of like you're not the main event necessarily?
Yeah, we're not usually the main event. We've opened up for so many, bro. We've opened up for so many. Who you opened up for?
Who's the biggest name?
I don't know if you know the names. We opened up for Burna Boy. We've opened up for all the Nigerian African big artists. We've opened up for Burna Boy, Wizkid,
What's your biggest
DeVito.
crowd you've sang in front of? 100, 1,000, 100,000.
I'll say like 10,000.
Bro, that's freaking huge.
Yeah, I say like 10,000.
That's big.
Yeah.
So you guys selling merch? You guys doing what are you guys doing?
So we started selling merch early, and then we kind of closed it off because it was just kind of like out the trunk type deal.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, you know how it gets started.
Bro, every night I come home from work.
Yeah.
I check my laptop. I see, there was 23 hats sold by Bring the Juice today. I'm out here.
Yeah, label by label.
Doing you know how many fucking Sharpies I go through a goddamn week?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and, so we shut it back
there's
down.
There's nothing wrong with by the
trunk. No, not at all.
Right.
So we're just going to get everything completely. We need everything. We want everything. It can't be perfect, but the right labeling, the right.
You need to bring it in.
Everything.
Bring it out better.
Yeah. Because we want stuff that's going to really stick. We want stuff that like with your hats and stuff like that. When somebody walks in, I already know it's your hat. You know what I'm saying? Like we want stuff like that. So it's like. In the next year, we're already talking to, designers and stuff about how we want to come about with merch and stuff like that too. But just get a look out for that. That's coming too. A lot of music videos coming too. A lot of collabs coming too. I'm telling you, man, like, a lot of people ask me how I do all of this stuff. Like, how am I in the NFL?
Playing in the NFL and being a professional rapper?
Just persistence and passion. And you can be passionate in more than one thing. A lot of people don't think you can, but you can.
I love that.
You can. You can get it done. A lot of people don't think you can, but you can get a lot of stuff done if you're passionate about it.
Bro, I could not agree more. I mean, I talk to my video guy Jake over here. We don't talk about it enough. I mean, it's funny. Like, I have people who are like, "Oh, so like, what's your weird day to day?" And they think I'm going to talk about just me doing research for Bring the Juice. I'm like, bro, I work 80 hours a week on an onion farm I grew up on from ages 0.
Right.
It's what I do. I get up during harvest. My alarm goes off at 1:52 a.m. Find out, from May to September, that's I'm grinding.
That's
We're in
crazy.
harvest.
That's dope.
But I still do bring the juice and don't flinch about it.
Right.
This time of year, I got a little more time. Get to sleep in a little bit till 4, and I got a little more time. But I couldn't agree more. Where it's like you could have multiple passions and make shit work. And at the end of the day, life really is about got to and want to. And there's some people that are comfortable with, hey man, I got a good job.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right.
I'm a true believer, and it's like, dude, if you're not chasing greatness, why are you doing anything? And
Absolutely.
It's hard to bring the juice because podcasts have become a polluted area. And it's like, what am I doing to be different? Mm-hmm. And I mean, Alex, you know me enough to where it's like, dude, yeah, I'm technically a sports podcaster, but I was in it, and I had a different journey. I didn't play in the league for 10 years.
Right.
I originally walked on. I grinded, but one thing I've repetitively said on this pod is I got to earn respect from people.
Right.
And I think as I've lived my adult life and I've learned about being a man, it's respect kind of has something that you can't put a dollar amount on.
Facts.
And there's dudes who are worth $100 million.
Right.
And they got there a certain type of way, but they're
Right.
not respected.
Right.
And I want to keep being respected in my cons, in my pros list.
Right.
Because I was gonna say pros and cons, but I want to keep it on my pros list.
Right.
I think certain dudes, they go about things not necessarily the wrong way,
Right.
but a way that will rub people the wrong way. And I've tried to be transparent in saying listen, I got a sports podcast. I talk to dudes in the league. I talk to dudes from Fresno. I talk to Olympians. I talk to world champs. I do this. I do that. I don't want people to think I'm sitting here like I'm some 10-time Super Bowl champ. I'm not, bro. But I've done enough in my life between Division I football and pursuing the Olympics to where I'm I understand the grind. And I understand how hard it is. I understand the struggles. And I have enough friends in my life to where it's I know his background. I know his background. I know her background. I know his background.
Right.
So it's bro, everyone has a journey.
Yeah.
And as athletes, and I love bringing up football because, one, it's my passion. It's my family's life.
Right.
But also, football is one of the sports where people don't know what your face looks like, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah.
If you went to the mall right now,
Yeah.
nobody would know you played for the Washington Commanders.
Not
bro.
at all.
No one would know you in the NFL.
Let alone I'm an O-Lineman too, so that's another layer of just
Bro,
man, people don't really.
I'm a 5'8" white boy. We go out to a bar, they think I'm in Sigma Chi or some bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
So it's I get all sides of it, and one of the most beautiful things I think from playing sports at all levels is it's you could come in and be 6'10", 400 with a 4.40, but bro, you could be a complete piece of crap.
Yeah.
You could suck at football and be a bad teammate and not show up on time, and I don't respect you.
Right.
And me, I'm just dude, I'm hopefully a 5'8" white boy trying to do my thing, and I'm trying to earn respect. And
You're genuine, bro.
It's tough, bro.
You're just a genuine guy.
It is tough.
It's when I first came here, you were just one of the guys that just knew was respected in the locker room, period.
I appreciate
that was the first thing I knew that. You would come in with the juice, you would come in with your boots on, you're coming with this, and it was just
gotta stay hot.
Okay, this guy, people know what he's gonna bring every single day.
You have to, bro.
And it was all right, I see he's one of the guys in the locker room they look towards because he just knows what the fuck he's doing. And he's just not fake about shit. And he can be around. He could walk around the whole locker room, every aisle in the locker room, and people are gonna, accept him and shit like that, bro. So it's you're genuine. You're a genuine guy.
I dead ass appreciate that, and it's a situation where it's it's really the game of life we're playing, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And talk to me let's just go with year one takeaways, okay? Let's start with this. Tell me a dude in the league that has taken you under their wing to be a professional.
I'll say Charles Leno. And I want to say
Tell me
that
more.
because
Tell me more.
he's a Boise State guy. He's a Boise State guy, and he knows. But he also knows.
A lot of eye contact.
He also knows what we did. He also knows what we did to them boys this year too. Speaking of that, so the first time we saw them this year, right?
Lost. Yeah.
We lost.
A lot going on.
I had to go to 3 different banks to get this man $2 bills that equaled up to like $100.
Wait. You guys had a bet that you had to pay someone $2 bills, $100?
So the bet was just $100, but
It had to be in $2?
apparently after the bet happened, I bring $100. She's like, no, like I need it in $2 bills.
What?
I'm like, bruh, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, you're a rookie. Like, go ahead and get my $2 bills. I'm like, don't get me started on the rookie stuff. But yeah, so I went to 3 different banks. I guess banks don't really carry $2 bills like that no more.
I think they've been discontinued since, Jake, what was that? 1978? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I went to 3 different banks, got $2 bills, and got it to him. But just know I made that back championship game. But nah.
Did you collect it in 2s?
Nah, I didn't.
You took the C note?
I didn't have the choice. He wouldn't go for it. He wouldn't go for it. He's a vet, so. Yeah. But nah, for real, Charles Leno's took me, like, he's really given me a lot of pointers, a lot of things. Like, it's crazy how much you think you know coming out of college, and you get to the next level, and then a guy comes up to you and tells you so much things. You're like, yo, this is chess, man. Like obviously, like coming out of college, I'm like, I know what to do. There's a lot of, I don't want to go into detail with just like being an O-lineman and steps and this and the third, but it's like he's giving me so much pointers about just how to be a better player, how to be a better professional and stuff like that.
Go about it. Business.
But it's like
things
in our room, it's like everybody does. Because we have a lot of older guys in the room, so it's not even just him. It's just him because he's a tackle, but like all the other guys too, Trey Turner, Tyler, Wes, all the guys, man, Luke, like they're all great guys in terms of just like anytime they have something to like give me a pointer or something, they're gonna tell me.
I don't want to put you on the spot on it, but like you guys had a QB situation this year. How being an O-lineman, how is it like keeping your head down, you're gonna block no matter who's back there?
That's just how it is, man. Bro, it's life. It's life.
You got Carson Wentz who won Super Bowls, but he's on the I don't want to say he's on the downfall, but like people aren't hot on him right now.
It's just life.
You got your boy Sam, who's he's a rookie.
I like Sam.
He's doing his thing.
Sam is dope.
But bro, hey, Heineke. Hey, I'm telling you what, Heineke's on my big board of guys I gotta have on Bring the Juice, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. And I talked to Jake about this.
Jake who?
Hayner. There's a lot of similarities.
Heineke's got the juice.
There's a lot of similarities.
I'm saying Heineke's on my like top 10 big board to have on Bring the Juice, bro.
There's a lot of
dude's he's greedy.
There's a lot of similarities.
Is he gonna get traded, you think? Or like is he a backup in the league? Is he a solid backup in the league, or is he a starter? You think?
I think he could be a starter. I really do. In the right, bro.
The locker room was behind him.
You realize one thing you realize in the league is like there's a lot of guys that can be a starter, and there's a lot of guys that are not starters. But it all depends on the situation. NFL is situation based. If a team caters to who you are as a player, you're a starter. If it doesn't cater to who you are as a player, you're not a starter. It's crazy to think about, but that's one of the few things I learned when I was, off of this first year. It's just like the league is situation based, bro. It's crazy, but it's the truth.
Alex, my last question real quick. You went from the USFL to the league.
Man, same year.
Is the competition that different, or is it just the business side?
I've told a lot of people this with the USFL. USFL right now, I guess it was the first year, so obviously they're gonna have more time to kind of develop.
There's growing pains.
Yeah. I'll say they're like more top heavy. So like there's
The good are good.
Cream of the crop.
Are okay.
The guys who just came out the league, who were in the league a good amount of years, and just either injury or something happened where they're just like, okay, let me do this to get back into the league. Those type of guys. But there's like there really wasn't much of a middle ground, and it was just like, okay, these guys are just
And then there's some lower tier guys who are like, hey, I'm still playing football.
Yeah. That's why I feel like it was with the USFL. There's like some days you're like, okay, I gotta strap it up. This is a guy.
Right.
But then there's some days it's like, okay, like he's cool, but like I know I'm a guy too. So it's just like maybe that's just my positioning because how I felt about myself. But in the league, bro, there's a guy every. There's a lot of guys, bro. So the last 4 games we had. Just going off of Charles Lennon because that's who I'm behind and who I'm scouting the same guys he scouts for. He had Bosa,
wow,
Parsons. Who else he had? He had like 4 to 5 all-pro guys in a row.
Wow,
and you're just sitting there like, there's no time
it's
to
tough
breathe.
Out here for
There's no time to breathe, bro. There's no time to fucking breathe. We're in the league.
NFL,
you're in the league. You're in the NFL. You're gonna get a guy every single week. Every single week is a Boise State game.
You're doing your job, or someone's coming to take your job.
Every time, bro. Every time, and they're getting paid. They're getting paid to. They're getting paid to fuck you up, and you're getting paid to fuck them up. So that's just how it is, man.
It's how it is.
It's dope though. It's dope it's a dope feeling though. I feel like it's a dope feeling to know like you're really in the cream of the crop. Like it's really the top of the top. Everybody's good, man. You can't fall asleep, not one bit, not at all.
That freaking fires me up.
Yeah, that's just dope.
The only other thing that fires me up more is Dervos Deli. Their freaking chicken sandwich gets me fired up every single day when I wake up. I want to have a breakfast version of their chicken sandwich, a lunch version of their chicken sandwich, and a dinner version of their chicken sandwich.
I'm gonna have to try.
And if they had a dessert version of the chicken sandwich, I would smack it because that's how committed I am to Dervos Deli. It fires me up. They have the crispiest lettuce, the juiciest chicken, a nice aioli, the thin sliced pickles.
Yeah, it sounds good.
They toast the bun, but with their crisp cut fries, it's stupid. It's dumb.
I gotta try it.
I'm going to take you there personally. Justin, be ready to go. We're having a big order that day. Alex, I got to wrap it up. This has been a fire-ass episode. We got to run it back. I hope you got the golf tourney. Anything you want to say real quick before I finish up?
Man, a lot of things, but not really at the same time.
Good.
Okay. With YDN, Spotify, Apple Music,
we're gonna tag you in all this, baby.
Anything you have,
Young Determined Nigerians,
just search,
baby.
Yeah, just search up YDN and press shuffle.
They're on Google.
I don't even need to tell you to press the song. Just press shuffle, and you just gonna vibe out. Any song that comes to you at that moment is the song that the universe picked for you to listen to. Red Wave, Fresno State. Shout out to y'all.
Come on, y'all.
And I'm just thanks to God and just give me this journey. It's just still the beginning, man. But the next time we talk,
it's an annual thing now, bro.
Next time we talk, you're gonna be up here. I'm gonna be
Get out of
up
here, bro.
Like, watch, we're gonna flash back to this.
Say it all the time, bro. Iron sharpens iron, bro. It's part of the deal.
So I'm just grateful to be in this position. I'm happy you're growing too. So that's really all it is, man.
Hey, I appreciate it. It's great to have an old friend on the fucking podcast.
Absolutely.
Shout out to freaking the Young Determined Nigerians.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone. Alex, we'll tag you in all this. Shout out to the Red Wave. Shout out to Bring the Juice. Shout out to my video people. Shout out to all my sponsors. Appreciate you guys. Be sure to subscribe on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook.
Yeah.
Buy your merch. I might have a deal coming up soon. If you haven't applied to try to get in the golf tournament, it's sold out.
Damn.
Sold out in 6 days.
You got to open some more spots, man.
Can't, bro.
Damn.
Limited. But DM me and to see if you want to help. We appreciate you. We have some. I'm not going to even drop it right now. We have some insanely jumbo news coming to Bring the Juice soon. It's colossal. I can't even drop it. But get your piss hot. Fire me up, baby. Bring the juice. And we'll see you next week.